Hey, it's Miguel Gulen from TCA. Welcome back. This is part two of connecting OneNote class notebook to Google Classroom. As you may recall in the previous video, unfortunately things did not work as well as I'd hoped. The OneNote Windows 10 app, even though I went to connections and tried to find the LMS, select your LMS or SIS, I was looking for Google Classroom and it was gone. And it was there earlier this week when I sent out a tweet announcing that the feature was now supported. So I thought that doing an update on my machine would sort of get the latest version of OneNote and get the connection loaded and installed. But as you can see, that didn't happen. So I went out to Twitter and I contacted Mike Wolfson and said, "What's up?" And so he went ahead and responded and told me that Google had changed something on the Windows 10 side. So that means that the OneNote app is not going to work right now. So he said that they're working on it and we'll try to get it going, get that feature back. So I decided to. He did point out though that OneNote Online, the option is working, and so you'll notice I'm actually looking at OneNote Online, the TCA Lunch and Learn. So I'm not going to open OneNote. What I'm going to do is simply go to the class notebook option and then go to connections, choose connections, and now I over here on the right hand side I can see I can sign into my LMS, and what I'm going to do is click there and just scroll down and see if Google Classroom is in the list. Sure enough, it is. So I'm going to go ahead and click Google Classroom, and wow, they've got something that says how to connect to Google Classroom. I'm going to click on that and see what that means. What's going to happen?
The class notebook add-in for
And
OneNote just got even better. Now I can create assignments in OneNote that publish to my learning management system.
And what do you know? There is a video here. This video was updated or uploaded on April 25th. So what I'm kind of curious.
You'll notice a new button in your class notebook add-in.
Yeah, this one's still the old video, so I'm going to go ahead and close that and just keep on going with what I was putting together. I'm going to go ahead and click Sign In, click Allow, and notice that it's prompted or brought up a sign in for Google accounts. So I suspect that it wants me to sign in with my Google Classroom account, and I'm using mgulen@tcatraining.org. Notice that Microsoft.com wants to access your Google account. It says this will allow Microsoft.com to manage your Google Classroom classes, view your rosters, manage coursework and grades for students in Google Classroom. I'm going to go ahead and click Allow. And now I'm going to guess that the next step is probably going to be to go back to Class Notebook, click on Connections, and map the class notebooks. So now that we're able to map the class notebook to your Google Classroom course, they want to know what course am I actually going to map to. So it's going to connect this OneNote notebook to the particular class that I happen to have here. And of course, I'm looking for TCA Lunch and Learns, which is this one right here. I'm going to click OK. Then the last step is going to be, now that I've set up these connections and mapped the class notebook to a specific Google course, now I want to be able to click on Map Students. So you may recall, or you can see right over here on the left-hand side, that I have TCA Student 01, TCA Student 02, 03, 04, 05. So if I come over here, I can also select Student 02 is going to line up to Student 2 in Google Classroom. Student 4, Student 4, Student 5, and of course if we were actually in a classroom, this would be students' names. Student 3, and then finally Student 1. Once that's complete, I click OK. And now that should be all done and mapped. So if I wanted to review student work, I can come in, choose class notes, and pretty much there's my list of students. And I have TCA students 01 through 04. Now, I guess what is kind of fun here is what happens as I go around and I click on this. So if I click on this and let's say I create an assignment. I'm going to click on assign. And now that assignment is there. So I would guess that at this point, each this would be able to work and interact and do everything else. So that's looks like pretty straightforward. There's not anything incredibly unbelievable here that, as far as I can see. Um, but at the very least, we actually have this integration that's possible. I'm going to guess that as soon as they start, let's see, let me see if I can create an assignment here and have it go back the other way. I'm just going to leave those standards there and drop it into class notes. Click create, and I'll be curious to see if this assignment gets created in oh, please enter a date and time. Let's just schedule it for the 1st of August. Create. So it's showing it's creating the assignment. So what I'm hoping to see here is that it's actually going to show the assignment over in Google Classroom. Okay, it says the assignment's been created successfully. Let me go over here to Google Classroom and see if there's any changes over here. And there are. So you can now see that I have a new assignment. It says, welcome to the OneNote class notebook. Your OneNote class notebook is organized into 3 parts. And if I click on it, then I've got all this other stuff that I can go in and add grades, etc. So that assignment's been created. And as I go through each of the different students and go to the class notes, I can see that there is a welcome to OneNote class notebook. So if this had been an actual assignment, maybe a worksheet or some project, then students would be able to see that appear here. One of the curious things about looking at this assignment in Google Classroom is that it has the Microsoft Education connector there, and it's showing when this was assignment was created, and I think that's pretty much it. So pretty exciting, interesting connections are now working, and I think this is phenomenal in terms of it being able to be usable via OneNote online. As a student, there there are a lot of possibilities here. If you whether you're on an iPad or whatever, you can easily select different tools, highlight different parts of the text. So lots of interesting things that can be done. Well, thanks for watching this video. I know it's a little rough, but I thought it would be kind of fun to explore the OneNote class notebook and how it connects. Thanks for watching, and I hope that we'll soon have access to this in the OneNote Windows 10 app. But to be honest, OneNote Online looks great. Thanks for watching. Remember, you can find out more about Microsoft tools, Office 365, and OneNote via the TCA TechNotes blog at blog.tca.org. And of course, you can follow me on Twitter at MGUHLIN.